We're now in the WooCommerce settings shipping tab. Together with tax, shipping is probably the most important tab of the WooCommerce settings. As you can see, it has three sub-tabs: shipping zones, shipping options, shipping classes. These two will be studied in the next lessons. Let's now understand and take a look at how shipping zones work. When you have no shipping method, WooCommerce gives you a bit of an explanation. A shipping zone is a geographic region where a certain set of shipping methods apply. For example, a shipping zone could be a specific zip code, a shipping zone could be a country, a shipping zone could be a set of countries, and so on. Basically, once you know your shipping rates, you will then realize what your shipping zones need to be. For example, in Italy, we might have a shipping for within the country. We might have a different rate for the rest of Europe, and we might have another rate for US and Canada, and a different rate for Asia and Australia, for example. So in this case, I will have 4 zones, right? Because each one has the same set of rates. I have Italy, I have Europe, I have US and Canada, and then I will have Asia and Australia. So as you can see, you will get to understand shipping zones once you know your shipping rates. So you have to think about in the opposite direction, as opposed to starting from a zone and then assigning methods to it. Start with rates, understand the places that have the same rates, and then build your shipping zones. On top of having shipping zones, there is also a very last default option, which is something that used to be called the rest of the world. Now it's called locations not covered by your other zones, which simplify things very quickly, because let's say you only have 2 rates, one for your own country and one for the rest of the world. What you would do, you just create one zone, which is your own country, and then assign a shipping rate to the rest of the world. In this way, you've saved yourself from creating a second shipping zones with all the countries but yours. In this way, automatically, you can assign rates and methods to all the locations not covered by whatever is going to be up here. Now, let's create a quick shipping zone, and clicking here on the purple button, WooCommerce will load. I'm just gonna give it a zone name so that myself can remember. So let's say Italy. Now, this is the most important thing. In here, you have to select regions or even zip codes in case you want to specify those. Of course, you always have to start with the country. And you can select the whole country, or you can select a sub-state of such country if the country allows it. So I'm just going to delete these. I'm going to go back to Italy, and as you can see, I can pick a state within Italy. If I am in US, I can do the exact same thing. I can select the whole United States of America, or I can just pick Texas, for example. Okay, so you have the whole states in here. Let's say Texas. If you want, you can even filter by postcodes. We will see this later. For now, let's apply the same shipping rates to the whole of Italy in this case. So I'm just gonna delete that one and apply the whole country. Now we can add shipping methods to this zone, okay? You just click here, and by default, WooCommerce gives you 3 options, right? These are the out-of-the-box options. You can define a flat rate, so a fixed amount for shipping. You can add a free shipping method or local pickup if you have premises, if you have a shop, and people can go to your shop to pick up their orders. For now, let's select a flat rate, add shipping method, and once you click on the flat rate, you can finally define the title that users see on the checkout. Okay, so you could call it, I don't know, Italy shipping, and you can define here whether these shipping rate is taxable or not. It might follow the rules that you defined within the tax tab, but for now, let's say this is not taxable. What is going to be the cost? 10 euro or dollars, whatever your currency is. Okay, so what I expect to see is if the end customer is based in Italy, they will be charged 10 euro. So I'm going to save. I'm going to automatically check that if I click on shipping zones, I now see the Italy shipping zone, which is basically telling me that if the user is in Italy, I'm going to see on the checkout and on the cart page, Italy shipping equal to 10 euro. I already told you that I can now automatically say, fine, if the customer is not located in Italy, then I'm going to add a different shipping method. So I just click on these rest of the word, if you want to call it again like that, shipping zone. I'm going to add a shipping method, once again a flat rate. I edit the flat rate and I call it word shipping, and once again I say this is not taxable, and if in Italy it's 10 euro, let's say war shipping is an expensive 50 euro or dollars, or whatever your currency is. Now if I go back to shipping zones, I should actually see my what used to be called my table rates, my shipping table rate. So for Italy, I've got Italy shipping. For outside Italy, I've got war shipping, $10, $50. Okay. So now if I go back to the website and get to the cart page where there should be items in it, finally. What this is still thinking when I changed shipping earlier is that it has a Texas address, so I just want to change this address to Italy and remove the postcode, update, and now I will see my Italy shipping of 10 euro based on the zones that I just created. If I go on to changing an address, whatever other country is going to be, for example, Israel, I'm just going to update, and now I should see the worldwide shipping of $50. So this is now being added to the total. It's not going to be taxed. So as you can see, the tax is 10% of the subtotal, and then on top of that we add $50. So very, very easy until you have complex shipping zones and shipping rates. The very first thing that you want to learn is you might want to add a free shipping method to all your shipping zones. The way free shipping works is you just add it and you edit it. Now, the way free shipping works is that you can set it up to be triggered if the user has a valid free shipping coupon. So we will see later that whenever you create a new coupon, it could be a coupon that gives free shipping. So this would be the only way to show and to display this free shipping method on the cart and checkout page, or a minimum order amount, which you can define here. For example, I want to give free shipping. This is very helpful in e-commerce. If I reach $200 in my case, or a minimum order amount and a free shipping coupon, or a minimum order amount or a shipping coupon. So as you can see, you can play with these settings. The one that you will always probably use is this one, minimum order amount. You can just set an amount that people will need to spend, and once they reach this threshold, then the free shipping rate will be shown on the card. So I'm just going to save changes, and I've done that, and I'm gonna go back to the card. I'm just going to change it back to Italy for a second and update. Now, as you can see, the total is 77, so there is no free shipping option in here. So what I want to do is just order 10 of this, which should make the total above 200. And now it is giving me options and giving me the chance to pick free shipping, which of course adds $0 in this case to the cart, and people can be happy that they reach their threshold and go check out and get you the money. Now, there are two considerations to do. First of all, as you've seen, the Italy shipping was the very first one method that was pre-selected. It was selected by default. How do you change that around? Simply, you can drag and drop them in here. So we are inside one shipping zone. You can just drag shipping methods one above the other to define which one is going to be shown first. So that's one of your options. Okay, so as you can see, I've just refreshed. Free shipping is above Italy shipping. At the same time, though, if you have free shipping, maybe you don't want to give people an option to pay for it. It wouldn't make sense unless this was some sort of premium shipping. So think even about this. It could be that you want to keep both because the free shipping is a slow method, while the premium shipping is maybe a one-day delivery. So you might want to keep both. But if you don't, you can't really hide the flat rate if free shipping, like in this case, is triggered, is displayed. So there is a snippet for that you will find under this video lesson. As well, whenever you're below the threshold, so let's imagine that we are at 165, so we're below the $200 threshold, you might want to show a notice here that says order another $35 to get free shipping. So it's a very common thing in e-commerce. Same thing, it doesn't come out of the box, but once again, there is an easy snippet that you can apply to basically improve the UX of your cart page and also to increase your sales conversion rate. Now, let's go back here to Italy. Of course, you can add as many flat rates as you like and as many free shipping as you like. So if this was Italy shipping, I could say that this is the very fast one, and it is not taxable, but this one will cost 20 and not 10. So if I save changes and then I go back to cart and refresh, I should now see the two options. As you can see, you have the slow shipping and the very fast shipping, and in this way you can have multiple options for your customers. In the same way, a flat rate can actually be a complex calculation. So it doesn't need to be a fixed number. If you hover onto the question mark, you will see that you can even enter a cost based on quantity. So you can use quantity in between square brackets in order to multiply whatever number by the quantity. So I'm just going to do multiply by QTY and close. Okay, so as you can see, it's 10 multiplied by QTY in between square brackets. And now what I expect to see after I save is that if I refresh the card, the Italy shipping here is going to be changed to 40 because there are 4 items in the card. So this is another trick that not many know, but actually a flat rate doesn't need to be flat. It can be a multiplier of the quantity of items in the cart. Finally, you can even add a local pickup method if you have, as I said, a shop, and if you allow people to come to the shop to pick up their orders. Usually it's a free service, so you can just save changes, and when you go back to the cart and refresh, the local pickup option should be there as well, and here it is. So basically this is all about shipping zones and all about shipping rates. If you install third-party shipping plugins for WooCommerce, for example, there might be a FedEx plugin, there could be a USPS plugin, there could be a UPS plugin as well. You will see basically additional shipping methods in this drop down, and you can then add USPS or FedEx to it and set them up. Usually those courier plugins, they give you the best rate available, so they will be linked to an API of the provider and based on weight and or dimensions. So in that case, you have to remember to put weights and dimensions for all products. They will give the best rate to the customer. So just so you know, you won't see any other FedEx or USPS settings. You will just have additional shipping methods available here. I want to conclude the lesson on shipping zones by adding a specific zone for a postcode. Okay, so I'm just going to add a new zone, and this time I will say this is called Italy 00142, which is a postcode in Rome. And what I have to do here is just define that the region that this applies to is Italy, and specifically Rome. And I want to limit this zone because I have a special rate just for Rome to the zip code 00142. If you want, you can even put on the next line a range of postcode, that, for example, 145 until 00149 as well. So you can play a lot with these settings as long as this zone has its own set of rates, then you're good to go. For now, let's limit it to just one zip code. This must be here, otherwise the zip code could belong to US or to any other country. Okay, so you have to specify the country at least. And I'm just going to add a new shipping method, which is a flat rate of just $5, euro, whatever it is, because my shop is based in Rome, and therefore I have a special courier next day delivery at a special price. So I'm just going back to shipping zones just to verify what happened. As you can see, I have a method for the whole of Italy and also a method for a specific zip code in Rome within the same country. Okay, so I'm just going to refresh the cart page. Remember, we have a generic Italian address. So my special Rome shipping rate or method is not showing. Now, what if I change address and I say we're in Italy, but we're actually in that exact postcode? I'm just going to update. Even if I specified the specific zip code, specific state, and specific country that belonged to that shipping zone, my flat rate of $5 is not showing. So you might ask yourself why this is happening. Well, it's only a matter of sorting your shipping zones by priority. So what you want to define here, because these are the same regions, right? The system, so WooCommerce, reads shipping zones from top to bottom. So the very first one that finds, and of course we're in Italy here, so it picks the first one and ignores the second. How do we change this behavior? Well, we put the more specific zones above the more generic ones. We go and let the system save, and now if I go back to cart and refresh, I will see that the only method available is indeed the one belonging to the Roma 00142 zone, and there is no mention of the other three methods belonging to Italy. So hopefully this makes sense. Remember, you can sort shipping methods inside a single zone, but you can also define the priority of shipping zones, and this will decide which one shows at checkout should there be something in common between two or more shipping zones. So remember, the more specific on top, or the ones that take priority over the others on top, and the less important ones at the bottom. The very last one will always be the locations not covered. So if I here put anything that is not Italy, will return the word shipping of $50. So quick recap, remember to ask and define your shipping rates based on different zones of the world. Once you have a common set of shipping rates, just create a new zone. This new zone will be a set of regions and or states and or zip codes. You can even target the same zone with the same regions with two different set of zones if they have different shipping methods. So it could be a bit confusing, but for complex shipping rates, thankfully you have this very easy and straightforward system to basically show the correct shipping rates on the cart page.